Hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to be doing our sort of second look at this Broly. Now, I say second look because I did one of these before for Broly, because I did anticipate that he would EZA, and I figured it'd be good to see, his sort of max potential before and his max potential after, to see just how much of an impact the EZA made. That being said, uh, I mean, we all know Broly's details by now, right? Like, his EZA was disappointing, right? That's the best way to put it. No bars, held. And even worse, here, he's only gonna have access to 3 supers. He can do 5 potentially, but it's all based off enemy restrictions. And unfortunately, this event doesn't fit that. But this is the sort of best fight for, fight. There's a couple Immortal-esque enemy fights, but this is the best one for it. Simply because, in all the other ones, the unit that's not immortal is just gonna die to the Dokkan attack. Like, even here, I have to be careful of Goku Black, miss out on the nodes, go for my lowest attacking character. But in another setup, right? It just we have to do this event, so there's no way for us to really get his other part of his passive, which does suck. But we're coming in with a slightly different team than last time. I figured this might actually be a better way to see. Of course, now that we also have this Paragus actually is a good support for him, 50% support. They're 50% support, and they'll be able to give 80% support. So I'm just gonna have, towards the latter half, we're just gonna have a bunch of support no matter who ends up rotated in, and that's pretty good. So we're just gonna jump in here. As per usual, we're gonna show our like first turn or so, and just see how the unit starts out at, and then we'll come back later on, and see where he ends up at. I think even though his EZA was kind of disappointing, I think he still could actually have the potential, at least, to look pretty good here. Because, even just getting like the stat raise alone is going to be helpful. I mean, yeah, we're starting off at 8.5 million. By the end of just like natural attack stacking, our sort of first go around, we were about, I think, 10, 11-ish million. Like, he stacked slow as hell before. And I also did not get lucky with his additionals before, and I did not get this initial turn get lucky at all either. But he is a unit that does stack roughly like 500, 600,000 attack per super, from what I've seen in my personal testing. I should show my build for him. But yeah, so I'm expecting that. I mean, we'll see how he looks by the end. But it should be a pretty impressive attack stat, at least, even though the EZA itself wasn't too impressive. But he does still have a lot of stats. He's going to get buffed a lot from the support here. We will also obviously get LR Broly paired with them, and we're not going to pop the domain our first turn that we come back, simply because LR Broly does have the AoE on his 12th key, so we do have to keep that in mind and sort of like avoid it. Because obviously, if we proc the, AoE, there goes Goku Black, right? So, we will only be popping the domain on the sort of second turn that we're going to do later on. So, as per usual, we're going to do this sort of natural attack turn, and then we'll do the mega wanked support turn and see just how hard he can hit. I do want to get one more turn in here, see if we can get a better look at him getting some additionals off. I don't typically have the best luck with this guy and his additionals, but hey, we'll see what happens. On the events that you have the enemy restrictions, I do kind of get lucky with them. I had him like proc all 5 against like the Dokkan fight and stuff, but that's not always going to happen, and of course, the more additionals you're doing, the better chance you're going to have like proc the hidden potential super and stuff. So it's just a game of luck, and unfortunately, that's all it is. Because you would be able to rely on other things than luck if they like designed him better, but he's just like. And I tell you what, I know exactly why his EZA is underwhelming as it is. I guarantee, I would bet money on it. They did not want to make a villain Tet Gohan. Guaranteed. His baseline kit was too good that they just like barely touched it. Tet Gohan's baseline kit was so good that they just barely touched it. But his was just like I mean, he was still usable before his EZA, right? INT Broly was in a scenario where he was not usable still. We're actually going to kill in one hit anyway. Kind of unfortunate, but I guess we'll see what he gets up to here anyway. But yeah. You know, his EZA was fumbled, but he could still hit pretty hard, so... yeah, see, 9.1. We were, what, 8.6? So like I said, about 500,000 we can expect per stack. So by the end of here, he should be hitting pretty hard. How hard exactly, who knows? Because we could go anywhere from getting like 500,000 extra attack per turn to 1.5 mil, roughly. It just depends on how lucky I get with the additionals. But if at first turn or the last one or anything to go off of, not too lucky. Now let me show his build here real quick. This is the build I have for him. I did, before his details were actually revealed, have a 5 additional, and like it was like 2 super attack boost on the gold slot. But because his details were so underwhelming, I swapped that for a defense. I suppose I could always, after I close away here, and I can remember to show this actually, I could always actually go out real quick and like throw one of those additional attack equips on him, just for the showcase purpose, and I'll take it off right after. I think that is what I'll do. Maybe I'll even take that defense one off, get some attack, and I'll make sure to show my build again, just to get some, you know, extra juice for the squeeze, so to speak. But yeah, we will be back soon for you guys, and we'll see how hard he can hit. All right, hello everyone. We are back. We've gotten to turn 85 here. Like I said towards the end, before I was gonna change up my build, I think, a little bit, and I was considering taking the bronze defense off for a bronze attack, but I actually don't have another like level 6, 7, 8 like defense, and I didn't want to downgrade to go 5, so I just kept the level 6 defense on him for this, and I did switch out the gold equip to this additional attack one. So give them an extra 5 into the additional and 900 attack. So that's been working pretty good for us. And yeah, we got the setup, so we're gonna, you know, pop these guys standby here. And they'll give 80% attack support, as well as he'll be able to get Super Saiyan active from them. So we should be at like 6 of 7 here, I think. 5 of 7 or 6 of 7 on our links. I think we might have everything but Berserker active. Because, you know, A, you need that with a Broly, and B, it's just hard to proc, so you have to be under 50% health. Yeah, we have everything but Berserker active here. So, this will be our sort of, as you can see, we don't have anything active yet, anything like that. This will be our sort of turn of just like see what the natural stacking does for us. And then we'll have Broly, the AGL Broly come in here on next rotation, and we'll just, you know, juice the upper living out of INT Broly. Now, the thing about this INT Broly as well, this active is like so insane. 60% attack, so, you know, these sort of buffs are all in like different phases and stuff, and that is just gonna hit so hard. It's like not even gonna be funny. We're easily getting, you know, INT Broly here into hundreds of millions. I don't know how many, but like we're gonna be 60 some odd million, like 65 million, I'm guessing, maybe a bit higher. 76 mil. Okay. Wow. Okay, I was on. Jesus. Having because the only other time we'd have Super Saiyan active, it'd be God Goku or AGL Broly. We want to have the attack support as well, from like Paragus. So I was just underestimating the buff. But yeah, 76 mil at the end from just naturally stacking. Kind of powerful. Now we're gonna come in next turn with, you know, the... Yeah, and they're gonna look fucking insane too. 70 million damage. But they've gotten some stack again, 2 ups. Oh, they're gonna die, but it's okay. They're gonna hit only Zamasu, I'm pretty sure is how this works. I do want to do a video on them as well. We've been floating them a lot. And, you know, we don't have all, you know, the like GT and stuff up, so I do want to do a video somewhat focused on them at some point. But I figured I'd just use them here for the attack support would be pretty good. Because, you know, 80% support, as well as them being able to get Super Saiyan active, which is 15% attack. Like, it's a bunch of different phase buffs, you know, start of turn, on super attack, links, items, like, oh my god. Yeah. Whenever I get around to doing, like, specifically for them, it's gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally, you know, putting him there. I do not want to have history repeat itself. I got all the way to, you know, I'll keep all those physical orbs because we are going to use the item change item. And we're going to try and get as many INT as possible, and just keeping the same sort of type would be pretty helpful for that. But yeah, I got to like turn 66. I died like one time. I got to like turn 66. And Tech Paragus did not dodge, and he ate a super from Inzamasu, and you know, the rest is history. But yeah, this next turn here, we're gonna have, you know, the domain up, we're gonna have the item buffs, you know, we're gonna have the active skill buff, like he's just gonna absolutely, I don't know what we're gonna be hitting for, but I mean, we got up to like 76 mil from just natural stacking. So we should be hitting pretty hard. And another thing to consider is none of the other units I don't think we've tried. Unless I'm forgetting. I mean, obviously Broly has his domain buff, but specifically like an active skill buff, I don't think we've tried anyone with, you know, 60%. It's going to be pretty insane. Alright, so let's get these, you know, transformations, active skills in. Okay. So he's gonna get the full domain support here, which is, you know, it's either 10% to extreme class and then super boss or movie boss, and or vice versa. How's it go again? Extreme class and then movie boss, or exploding rage, not super boss. But still, 20% total. As I said, and we're gonna get this active off. So yeah, just all these sort of different phase buffs are just going to line up to make him just like hit insane. And we're going to keep him in slot 2 as well. So we are going to have to get rid of one of these int orbs here. We'll do that one. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's proc this. Get this, see if we can get good luck here. Alright, that's most of the field. Can we get just a bit more? Okay, that's good enough. 18 orbs here. We should be hitting pretty hard. Of course, it is also going to depend on if we, you know, get lucky here with our additionals. But Broly should hit pretty hard here. Let's see. Obviously, they gotta, you know, get their attacks in first. I didn't show his defense there, but you know, it was 274 mil. Okay. Yeah, his defense was like 6-7 mil, some odd. Into a 277 mil. Yeah. Pretty hard. Dude. It's just like so fun wanking these units for me. I don't know. It's crazy seeing these attack stats, and here he is with a 94 mil AGL Broly. We've been floating him a lot and stuff as well. And then he's gonna, you know, get the 12 key AoE, 73 mil. He's gonna kill Bretse. That's why I couldn't have his domain buff up earlier, because this is gonna kill Rose. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I obviously, you know, like his max potential, max. Like this is a sort of like basic sort of max, but that's like 3 potential attacks a turn, right? He technically can get up to 5 attacks in a turn, but it's restricted off enemy type, and with these sort of immortal enemies, I mean, this is like the one that has the enemy that's not immortal, that's the tankiest, and the ones that do have some like immortal enemies, you know, besides this, aren't really fulfilling the conditions. They aren't really tanky, so you just kill them with like the basic Dokkan attack. So it's kind of annoying that this guy was just designed the way he was. But you could still do some funny stuff like that with him. You know, get to a 277 mil attack stat. Pretty insane. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Don't look at that clear time. I was, you know, doing some stuff in between. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I guess if I haven't really said this before, but if you have any other sort of suggestions for like a unit you'd want to see next, you could just let me know down below. I do have a playlist with the ones we've already done so far. I do want to get some sort of before videos for some of these EZAs upcoming, of like the 7th tier LRs. I'm gonna do them at some point, because I did do the before for this INT Broly, and this was the after, and I think it's kind of cool to see the absolute max potential of these units. I think in the before, we got up to, you know, on the item turn, it was up to like 50 some odd mil by the end, which just goes to show you like the massive increase. I mean, his EZA was pretty weak, to be honest. It just was mainly like stat raises and stuff, and percentage raises. It wasn't all that powerful of an EZA, which was to be expected, honestly. But I mean, still, we got another like 220 mil attack out of him by the end here, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.